All right, YouTube. Faith in God is to have a complete trust or confidence in God. Faith is a strong and unbreakable belief. Faith is to have an assurance in God, and an assurance in God is to have certainty or complete confidence in God's divine abilities. But in spite of all of these definitions, Hebrews 11 verses 1 introduces us to what is called now faith. Let's break it down and see what we find. Welcome to Hear My Heart. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen." So now faith is your now confidence. Now faith is your now strong and unshakable belief. It is your now complete assurance in God. So if now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, there are two words that we have to zoom into: the word substance and the word evidence. A substance is a physical matter. So since what you're believing for is not there physically, your faith has to now become that physical matter. In other words, faith has to be a substitute for what you're hoping for. Because what you're looking for is not physically there, this is when you allow faith to fill in that empty spot. You have to allow your confidence in God to fill in that empty spot. You have to allow that strong and unbreakable belief in God to fill in that empty spot. And that's what the Bible means when it says that faith is the substance of things hoped for. The second word that we need to zoom into is evidence, and evidence means proof. So the thing you're believing for is not there yet. So now faith is a substance and it fills in that empty spot. So since faith now fills in that empty spot, it's now proof that you are going to receive the very thing that you're believing for. It's proof that the very thing that you're believing for is on the way. I'm going to try to explain something the best way that I can, and I want you to visualize it. I want you to visualize faith being a receipt. What do you mean, Jace? All right, when you shop at Amazon and you ordered something and paid for it, there has to be a receipt. This means that Amazon is going to email you your receipt. This is why I love now faith and the example of it being a receipt. When you order something on Amazon, it might take 5 days to reach where you are. No matter how long it takes, you have your receipt of payment. If you didn't receive what you paid for, you can now contact Amazon and they will go into the system and see the transaction and see your receipt. And now they know that it's time to get to work. They now have to get up and find out what went wrong. They will either do two things: give you your money back or send you another item. But one thing is that you're confident that your situation is gonna get taken care of. Prayer is like making an order on Amazon. Faith is the receipt that you hold on to until you get what you're believing for. And if you feel that your blessing is taking a little bit too long to come, you can always go back to God. And the first thing that the Lord will look for is to see if you have faith in your possession. Your receipt or your faith now brings God to a place where he has to make a move, because God sees your proof and he sees your evidence. He sees the substance of your faith and he sees the proof that there is faith. All right, so always hold on to your godly substance and your godly evidence, which is your now faith.